G'day guys, welcome back to Banditcraft Season 1 Episode 3. Let it fly. I'm Risky and welcome back. Let's have a look, see what we're up to today. Really I just want a quick run through just to let you know what I've been up to. As you can see, there's a few bits changed behind me. There's a few new areas opening up. A whole lot changed over there, but that's nothing to do with me. That's second place. What I want to talk about is what I've done, what I'm going to do, and give you an idea of where things are going and why I've been doing things. So let's crack on, shall we? So first up, this is going to be the mining village, where I have quite a lot of life in here. There's going to be all my shops and things in here. But what I've done so far, you can see I've laid out some shapes. They're all a bit higgledy-piggledy, a bit all over the place. But this is the way I kind of work. I've got no real plan for structures. So I just sort of like lay out, new, well, not even unusual shapes, but just what I consider to be interesting shapes. You've got round shapes. There's a few little squares, bigger squares with like pops going off of them. Normal squares, a circle up there, or circle-ish I suppose up there. I want all the buildings to be a little bit different. I don't want them looking like, I don't want sort of any uniformity. I want it to look like it's just been thrown together, where people have got moved in and put their own little house up, just found a little space and grown into it. But by the same token, I want it to look a bit dirty, and I want it to look a bit run down. And as you can see from the road here, lots of different textures here. It's puddles where it's been torn up a little bit, maybe parts have been up and down it and gone up the road a bit. You've got some boards that have been put down, little areas here where it's old pathway, old stone, worn out bushes, dead bushes, but it looks a bit old, a bit dirty. It looks more like a scar across the land rather than a nice road. Looking at a lot of builds that you see around, some of them actually, let's face it, are absolutely beautiful. You know what? I don't want that. This is kind of a mining village, so I want it run down and dirty. I think that's reflected. I think I've managed to reflect it anyway in the houses and things that we've built. So you can see there's lots of different textures, lots of different stones used in here, bits of greenery that were overgrown in the house, and sort of the theme carries on around the back. There's wood here holding things up, windows are barred, there's even sort of like holes where like stonework has fallen out. Again, you've got the weeds growing around it, it's all a bit overgrown, it doesn't look pretty. You can see on the roof here, it all looks a bit patched and just rough and ready, which is kind of the look I'm going for. And likewise inside you've got the stone floors, which again all mismatched, just to give a bit of texture in there. Now in here I think this is going to be my rocket shop, so I will get an ender chest in here somewhere, but I'm going to have the chest of rockets down here. I think I've got a chest up here. We'll be having TNT up there. Play. Yeah. I don't really want to go too over the top in here. I might put some lights hanging from the ceilings just to brighten it up, get rid of some of these torches. I'm not a big fan of torches. But likewise, again, you can see the mossy blocks going through from the outside, so again it looks like it's maybe a little bit damp. Lots of different textures down as well. So that's this one. What I do quite like is when you're making the fireplaces, put a bit of the coal ore front. It looks like it's front of the fireplace. Now same thing continues here, again looking a bit more run down. Again, this one maybe a little bit more finished. It's quite a squat building. It's nothing what you'd call nice or elegant about it. It's just like it. I really do like this sort of style, and I think when the actual whole town, sort of the whole village comes together, I think it's going to look really great. Now inside again quite barren. It's going to have the warm floors, you've got the coal in there, it's maybe sort of burnt hearth. I've left this one a bit unguarded, so again it's run down and tatty. Now in here is our magic bookshop, which we've got a little village of trading, so we've got a few bits and pieces in here. These are all for sale. We've made a little bit of money out of there. We've got an chest, so it's like a little ATM, so people can just get their good money out. Probably charge diamonds from these, so you can actually come in and buy some bits and bobs. Now up here, still got this here. You know, it is gonna go. I can't stand it. But at the same time, I built it. I'm sort of a bit loath to knock it down, but it's going to be. Every time I look at it, it makes my eyes bleed. I don't like it. But around here again, still all run down, got run down paths. Now I think last time we were here, we did quickly look into the little bee farms and things. Looks like we had an enderman up there somewhere. So this is just a little automatic bee farm. Look, it's raining again. In me, is it 1.7 always raining? Do it just set in England? Possibly. So anyway, sorry. Yeah. So the hives are above these hoppers. So when they're all going to get dipped, geared, whatever, they drop straight in. That's all collected there. I did set it up originally for new bottles, but I didn't get very much out of it. So leave it like that. Now the idea originally was, of course, to use it to wax up the copper, and it turned out I haven't really used a great deal. That can go really, can't it? What's that? Oh, as you see, there's your things. Now in here I've got my sheeps, I don't know. And again, they're producing quite well, not getting tons, but you know what? I don't really need tons. But give me plenty. As I said, we came along here before last time, so you've seen all this stuff. But as you can see, they kept it with the same sort of thing. I think I'm gonna bring some bone meal up here and again make this a little bit more overgrown. You can see this path sweeps up and round. You can see here it sort of follows the contour of the land really nicely. I really like this bit. I think it's come together quite nicely. Again, you've got all those different textures. Again, it's overgrown either side. Again, looks a bit run down, which is great. Now this, you haven't guessed already, is a little mini tree farm. Nothing clever about it. You plant your tree, you chuck your bone meal at it. Once the tree grows, piston shunt it across. Once there's 12 there, this, hello, you sneak it. Sorry. What was I saying? So once it grows along here, what it does, it cuts a signal here. You see it comes across and across the top of that redstone torch, and that fires these, which then just shunts out the whole lot. So it's a 10 by 12. Eventually it puts out 10 by 12 by 4. So you get a reasonable amount. The only thing is you've got to go to Mark 1X and pop it all down. So it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's not the most efficient, but you know, add fun, doesn't it? Which is at the end of the day the main thing. Likewise, like with the rest of the place. Again, patched up, mismatched roof. I actually built it into the side of this little cliff area here, so it blended in a little bit. I'm not 100% convinced this is finished. I think it's still got some work maybe to do around the top. Now under here, I'll probably have just some storage. And again, just rough it up a little bit. Now this area flows round to my little iron farm. Again, probably not the most efficient of things. Here it comes, 3. But you know, the iron's building up. Got quite a bit in here. I have been giving it all away and used a lot. But it has been producing quite nicely, so that's all good. Weirdly, I don't know if it's a 1.7 thing. My little friendly villager up here, he's just not afraid. He doesn't get frightened, so the actual machine rises to a halt. As I say, I don't know if it's a 1.7 thing or if it's just too cool. I don't know. But every now and again I have to go up there and put a block in there so it frightens me again. these fellas start falling down. Now, in here we have my super smelter, which actually took me longer to build than I thought. Very simple design in the end. It's something I found on YouTube. I want to say it was Avamancer, but really can't remember. But this little design here was tried working it out myself, and fortunately I've not the big brains, and so I had to cheat and get some help. But basically, you just set in the hopper here how many blocks you want to drop into your minecart before it bundles off, and away it goes. So you know you can do anything up to 5 blocks, so or right down to 1. I suppose you can make it 0 if you really want to. So just be dropping and dropping and dropping. Obviously, I've got 40. So once there's 40 in the minecart, it goes exactly the same on the back here. Off it goes on the tracks, comes back, fills everything up, and it actually smelts really, really quickly, so you're not hanging around for ages. Over here, my melon farm. See, they just drop into the water stream underneath here. And bob out under here. You get, you can see, plenty. Don't know if this has started flowing into here yet. It is. So basically, I've put a little overflow system here, so that when the full goes into the next hopper, next hopper, and drops into your composter, it gives you some bone meal. That's easy. What else have we done around here? So if we go through here, keep jumping up the stair rails, isn't it? Across this beautiful, beautiful bridge. I'll be a bit into the base of the ship. And again, we've had an Enderman around lots of things. So this is my little villager trading hall. We've got mostly librarians, just because I wanted the books. We've got a little cleric here. From something. We've got the cleric here, and we've got some farmers, which will get me carrots from. And these guys just give me a bit of money. Now, these I have found, and I really didn't know because I've not really done village trading before. Brilliant sources for XP. So when I've died, which I have a few times recently, unfortunately, they've helped me get me back on my feet, along with my colleagues on here. Up here we've got a little lift, which is bringing the ores on. Don't know if this was here last time, so that's bringing the ore up. Okay. Now, eventually, I want to get this all populated with armor stands, so you're going to get a real sort of feeling of life, movement on here. I'm finding the whole build, really, if you look down there, is nothing going on. I think once I've got the armor stands in, got them all posed up with different clothes, different heads on, I think it's going to look pretty good and actually bring some life to the place, which, you know, is sadly lacking in a lot of this. Now the ship, again, there's another project I want to get finished. Need to finish this bow area off. At first I thought this was quite nice, but it's not. So we shall be changing all this. Yeah, let's see how I told you I'm rubbish at this game. Just jump straight off the edge. So the next big area I've been working on is the storage area, which the overall plan. Let's get from here, shall we? This was supposed to be looking like a little bit like the seed vault in Scandinavia. So we come in here. We've got a full sorting system on the top here. As you can see, I can get back from here maybe. It's pretty big. There's 35 different items per row. That's 70, 140. 4 boxes in each one. As you can see, they're all being labelled up slowly but surely. I didn't realise what a big job this was going to be when I took it. But I think, you know what, it's going to be working brilliantly. Every now and again I get a zombie in a water stream somewhere. I don't really know how to stop that, but acting, I think, too much. When I notice them, I just narrow in them and they go away. But this has taken a good while and so much in the way of resources and such. It's incredible. As you can see, the floors aren't done or anything. The lighting's not done. The ceiling's not done. I've got a lot of work to go in here. Look at this beautiful mud in the walls. Got a lot of work still to do in here, but I think you get the general gist. Don't know what you think of that. Little face on the wall. That's all right. But it is keeping the place lit up quite nicely because it is a big area, and fortunately you will get various spawns down here. But yeah, so this is what I've been working on. It's huge. It's taking me forever. So the next area that I've been busy with, I've built a big old mob farm. So we go over there next, be able to see what I've done. Maybe we'll talk about some of the plans I've got for this area as well. It's just over here out to sea, primarily to stop some of these mobs forming. So down here, I thought a bigger bigger sugarcane farm, and I just really want this purely pockets. So this Children's Way gives me maybe about 3 stacks an hour. You know, it's not massive. There's 50 plants in there, not massive drops, but you know, enough. It keeps me in rockets. It'll keep the shop in rockets as well. Now this, do you know what? It didn't actually take, I was about to say it's taken me ages, but in absolute lie, it didn't really take me ages. Maybe sort of 2 to 3 hours. But this is probably the best mob farm I've ever built. Incredible, and it produces so much. So you know, you can see they're already spawning in there in quite large numbers already. And if we swing out a little bit, well, rang me if I land. It will. But look at that. A lot of weight on it. But if we come down here, I don't know, you may be able to hear all this. But it's actually all these graphs crazy. Now, spend maybe an hour up the top on the AFK platform, build both of these boxes. You know, in an hour, that's crazy amount of jobs. You can still hear him dying there now. Not a huge amount coming through at the moment. And again, haven't been doing that. Now, if you look up here, this is just the canopy. A lot of builders have been using like a repeater clock, and this one's so much easier. You see where it moved there? It just locks and unlocks these hoppers. Just under here, that is an observer. So when it sees that over the top, it sends us a signal through and activates the water, which is great. It just flushes it out. But what I love about this is you can actually set the time with this. You see it counts down. That's into there. So you can set the time to whatever you want. So if you want a bigger delay to get a few more mobs on there, you can set it that way. But it just slows it down. About getting that happy medium, I've got 40 blocks in there maybe, which I found gives me a really good sort of happy medium there. We get plenty of jobs. Again, I'm starting to get washed. So what I'm going to be doing with this area, obviously, other than coming it out, we'll make this into almost like a ship dock. So we'll have like floating pontoons coming out the side here with ships tied up, but they'll be collecting these boxes and taking them all around the server, taking them all around the world really, and then heading off out, and then I think down there maybe little docklands. I was thinking about maybe trying to tie that village in as well, because obviously their structures are already there. Yeah, I may as well use them and scruff them up a bit, put them into my style, and let's see what they come out like. I think it'll be quite nice. Than that, I think just getting the ships in a little bit and bring some life in and get some loading people on here. Again, it's going to be the armor stands. Again, bringing a bit more life in. And that's that area. Now, eventually, the roads and things, all roads will lead to here. So we'll bring some roads across and sort of tie this together. I'm thinking maybe this is second chances, just looking ridiculously good. Just putting everybody to shame, I think. This is second space here, so eventually maybe even, but it's so nice. Maybe even tie this area in if he lets me, and just run this road out, and maybe have a few carts coming over this way to supply his base. I think that'll look really good. But so yeah, flying in from here, you'll have my little town. That'll probably just be eventually a big inn. The ships loading up. We've got some farms, got the iron farm, sheep and the bees. Oops, don't land in there. Hello cows. Really want to be with you guys, but why not? You stay there. And obviously the mine here, all looking a bit quite productive actually. I quite like these ores here. Looks like there's things going on. But yeah, so that's where I am. That's kind of where I'm going. And so heading out that way. Some ships around the big mob farm. Finish this. As I say, I kind of want it looking like the seed bar. I think it's going to look quite good when it's done. I'm going to need a lot more of this for deep slate. But again, I think this does look cool. I'm going to get the floors done, the lighting done. You know, it's nowhere near finished, but I think it will look good when it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, any suggestions? I'm always open for ideas. But you know what? Overall, I'm pretty pleased with this, how this is coming. I hope you like it, and hopefully keep coming back and seeing some more. If you did, like and subscribe to me. I'd be really grateful, and I'll catch you all later. Take it easy, guys. See you later. Bye bye.